Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. The show brings you game one of a big four-game set. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the New York Yankees. Today, all eyes are on the mound as we've got a pitcher who's been absolutely on fire lately. In fact, in his recent outings, he's been nearly untouchable, Singy.
Oh, you're not kidding, Boog. Opponents have looked lost against this guy, and the way he's pitching, it doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about to get underway, and our pitcher tonight, Luis Gil.
Yeah, he's definitely had a struggle so far this year, as evidenced by that inflated whip, but he's going to have to find a way to limit the base runners, put his team in a position to win a ball game. So we know he's prepared. We know this guy's a competitor, and we'll watch how he works in this one.
And that one upstairs. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Safe at second, and that was not close. And that makes it 30 stolen bases for him this season. Righty delivers. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Chisholm makes the catch. Runner tags at second, and the throw's offline, safe at third. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Anthony Santander.
When you're hitting bombs the way that he is right now, everybody knows who you are. Leads the American League in homers. One of the most feared hitters in all of baseball right now. This is a guy in the lineup that his teammates are relying on for big-time production. Let's see what he's got for us in this one.
Anthony Santander at the plate. That one ripped. Peterson moving back. And that is that. Back now in the Bronx. And towing the slab in this one, Bowden Francis.
Well, this guy's just been filthy out there on the mound. Hitters batting under 200 against him, and they're just having a hard time square.
Runner on the go. Cut on and miss.
One ball.
Throw to second. Tag, and they got him.
Not a fast runner on the base path, so this kind of looks like it was a hit and run called from the dugout. Got to make contact some way or somehow, because that guy's not going to be able to steal second base and be safe.
Varsho racing over to make the catch. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. Swing and a miss at a slider.
1-2.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And that chance handled. Gets it to first, and that is the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the second. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. On the ground, finds its way through, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
He was all over that one. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
That misses the zone. Ball 3.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
He goes down looking. Spencer Steer, the next to hit. That one ran inside, almost got him. And a 3-1 on the way. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Bellinger calls it in, 2 away. Addison Barger next up for the Blue Jays. Check on the runner. Varsho back in on the dive. This one in the air right field. And it gets into the seats. Varsho leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Swing and a ground ball. And it's through for a hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. And next for Toronto, Dalton Rushing. Swung on, belted. That's back there. And that one hops the wall. 1 runs in, headed for the plate. In there, he's safe. And they take a 2-run lead.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Here's Andres Jimenez. Runner at second, 2 down as we play game 1 of this 4-game series. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Inning over, and it could have been worse. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, we head to the bottom of the second, and the batter now, Jock Peterson. This one in the air, center field. Varsho brings it in, 1 away. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 2.
2-2.
That one down the line, and that's just foul. That's inside.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age. Sometimes too much information. But the guys that can take that information, process it.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. That's back there. And that one's gone. He circles the bases, and they boost their lead. It's 3-0.
Always scary for a pitcher when a guy can take a fastball down the middle and hit it to the opposite field. No holes in a swing like that, and that time that ball was hit hard.
This one smoked on its way out of here. And they tack on to their lead. It's 4-0.
Man, he looks like his dad out there hitting home runs. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Now at the plate, Anthony Santander. Nobody on, nobody out. A pair of runs across in the inning. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Santander gets his lead at first with nobody out. Oh, right to the backstop. Here's Adam Frazier. Next offering is fouled back. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. That one way inside. Oh, great stop. From his knees, the throw. And that's a great play for the out.
Well, he looks so comfortable making that play, dives, comes up with it, and then from one knee, like he's just playing catch with his kid. Nice throw across the diamond at first.
2 outs. Swing and a pop-up. And that'll do it. But 2 rounds. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Rips that one to right. Nabs it. 1 up, 1 down. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells. That's out to center field. Varsho under it. He's got it, and there's 2 away. 2 down, base is empty. And now the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. Swings and misses. And it's 1 and 2.
2 strike.
Hit hard on the ground to short. That's out number 3. So they make. Back in the Bronx, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And set to lead off the 4th, Addison Barger. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
And a swing and a miss. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Here's the catcher, Dalton Rushing. Singing 4 homers in 22 games at Old Yankee Stadium. What do you remember?
Well, I remember my rookie year hitting 2 in 1 game, and before that.
There's a swing and a drive. And that one hops the wall. Around first and hustling for second. In safely. It's a double and his 2nd hit.
So I went into the game. I happened to hit 2 when I walked into the store the next.
Marcus Stroman on the pitch out of the pen here.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
And the batter now, Andres Jimenez. Chop back up the middle. Slings to first in time. So did Super Joe give you 2 suits?
Super Joe hooked me up with 2 suits.
Willie Adames stands in. 2 outs. Set down on strikes. Couldn't pull the trigger on a fastball. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good 2-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Here's Aaron Judge at the dish. His 2024 season, ridiculous. He became the first player in 20 years to finish with a slugging percentage over 700.
Yeah, the last American League player to slug 700 was Mark McGwire, and Judge was the first Yankee to do it since Mickey Mantle.
Hard hit left side. They get the force, and he has thrown 4. We go to the top of the fifth, and now for the Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Ripped to short. Volpe throws it to first in time. One up, one down. Here's a big power threat. Anthony Santander. One down, base is empty. And there's a fly ball deep right field. Holds it in on the warning track. And now it's Dalton Varsho.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Down in order. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. Popped up. Francis. Brings it in. And a quick out, number 1. Here's Nolan Arenado. Swings through that one, out in front that time. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. And next for New York, Luke Raley. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Well, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Into the outfield, base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going. And now the catcher comes up to hit, Austin Wells. And it remains 2-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Adames. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. It's the Blue. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Bellinger makes the play. 1 down. So up next for Toronto, Spencer Steer. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And that gets down into the gap. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in, and that's a double.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. This is why hitters work so hard on driving the ball gap to gap in batting practice. There's a lot of room out there. And if you can rip one into that open space, it usually means extra bases.
Steer leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. That's towards center. Bellinger should have this one. And he makes the catch. Runner tags at second. And he gets to third safely. Moving up on the fly out. And there are 2 gone. And here's the catcher, Dalton rushing. And he hits a ground ball right side. Jazz tosses to first. Out number 3. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And the batter will be the shortstop, Anthony Volpe, on the ground to first. And he takes it himself for the out. 1 down. Here comes Cody Bellinger. Bellinger's an interesting example when you talk about scouting and development. This is a guy now that has turned into one of the premier power hitters in the sport. He was a 4th-round pick out of Hamilton High School in Chandler, Arizona in 2013. He hit 1 homer his senior year. Here's Jesse Winker. Pitch misses inside. Now 2 balls and a strike. And that's outside.
In this situation, as the number 2 hitter, 2 out, nobody on, you want to be a table setter. Work the at-bat, get deep, whatever it takes, get on first base. Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Aaron Judge at the plate. Judge waits. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the third out. We go to the top of the seventh. Now it's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. In the air, right side. That one gets down for a hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
And now Willie Adames. High fly ball out to left field. Peterson settles underneath it and makes the grab. And there's one away. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Man at first, one away. Swing and a line drive, and that one's a base hit out into left center field. They get it in quickly, so first and second, now one out. Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays. Runners at first and second with one gone. And they're all loaded up.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
This one chopped to first. Raley. The throw to second. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. And next for Toronto, Adam Frazier.
It's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
Swing and a ball hammered left field. This one looks like trouble. One run across. Varsho rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. 2 runs are in. And here comes the Yankees manager. Eric Miller on to pitch here.
Well, walks have certainly been an issue for him this season, so we'll see what kind of command he has.
Next to hit, Spencer Steer. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. The run comes in to score from second, and it's an 8-run lead.
Comes through with the RBI. Got a good pitch to drive. Stayed short with his back path to the ball and caught it out front. And he stayed long in his follow-through. That's how you split the gap, and that's pretty much a double every time.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Man on second, 2 down. And that one goes straight to the backstop. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. In the air, out towards left center, and it's into the gap. Throws to second. He's in safely at second, and a run comes in to score. So 2 down. Dalton Rushing next up for the Blue Jays. The 2-1. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Volpe throws it to first in time, and they're happy to. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Taylor Rogers.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. In for a strike. And it's 2-2. Into center. And that'll fall for a base hit. Chisholm, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. And that misses. The count now 2-2. Out to center. Varsho has this one sized up. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. So, man aboard, Luke Raley stepping in now for the Yankees. Right through there for a strike. And down on strikes he goes. That's the inning. 1 left for the Yankees. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. Now before the 1-1, time is called. Back for the top of the 8th, and they'll go with a pinch hitter to start the inning. Cooper Bowman. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Makes the catch for the out. And there's 1 down. Willie Adames next up for the Blue Jays. Fly ball center field. Chisholm sizing this one up. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. 2 outs, base is empty. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Swing and a miss. Yeah, the count 1-2.
Well, 2 outs and a chance to put up a 0 on the scoreboard here, and that's not something that's come easy for this staff in this one.
Pop up here, third base side. Volpe on the move. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
Singy, where do you stand on the wave?
Well, the wave of star players in MLB or the wave around this ballpark?
The wave around the ballpark.
I think it's a little outdated. I'm more of a thundersticks guy.
And that's not outdated? Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
That's ball 4. Tried another sinker but couldn't find a zone. Bellinger up to hit.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. In now is the Yankees DH, Jesse Winker.
As far as ballpark food, one of my favorite places is San Francisco.
Garlic fries, yo.
Garlic fries, and you got the lobster roll out there in the outfield if you want to make the walk.
Well, got to pause on that thought, as that'll do it. New inning getting started. Now the Toronto 4-hole hitter, Anthony Santander. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. It one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Center fielders in today's game are so talented and so athletic. So when you blast one to deep center and get it to drop in, you know you really put a great swing on it. And that was nicely done for extra bases.
Base hit center field. And they're at the corners with nobody out. So they're at the corners now. Now here is Davis Schneider. Out into left center for a line drive base hit. Runner in from third to extend their lead. It's an RBI single. It's 10-0. Here comes the new arm out of the bullpen, Anthony Bender.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Digging in, Spencer Steer. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. That one the other way. Slings to second. Back to first. Double play. 3-6-3. Nicely done. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defense, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Ball to strike. Line drive. On to first. And that's the third out. Back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season. Judge rips that one. Schneider makes the grab, one away. And Jack Peterson stands in. Next offering in there for a strike. Going to count 1-2. And that one lifted in the air center field. Varsho moving under it. Snags it for the second out. So last chance for the Yankees. Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. Outside, and that is ball 4. Here's Nolan Arenado.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
In the dirt. The Yankees down to their final strike. Swing, and he breaks his bat. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Blue Jays take this one in a blowout.
Well, there's a lot more work to be done in this series, but it all starts one game at a time. Taking the first of 4, that means you're in a position to avoid a sweep. Come out tomorrow, you win 2 games, you know that you've at least...
Live from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, the show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the New York Yankees. Well, Siggy, today we get the pleasure of seeing one of the hottest bats in baseball. His consistency at the plate has been remarkable.
Yeah, Boog, one of the toughest outs in the league right now. Sit back and relax because this guy's about to put on a show.
First pitch coming your way next. All right, just about set to go. And today's starting pitcher, Clark Schmidt. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and now 2 gone. 2 down, bases empty. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Out to short. Volpe zips it to first, and the Blue Jays go down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays, and now the Bombers will get their shot. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back in the Bronx, and on the mound in this one, Nick Martinez. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home.
Tags the runner for 1 to Guerrero, and they turn 2. Here is Jock Peterson. Man at second. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
That's a tough spot for the catcher, Boog. No chance of stopping the outside pitch. And now the runner moves up. Those moments can be really frustrating.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. And that skips into dirt.
Well, the offense really struggled last night. I mean, it was awful. So I think picking up a run right here, that's going to get him going a little bit.
Jimenez throw to first. Back here in New York, and now here's the veteran DH, Anthony Santander. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Now it's going to be Dalton Varsho. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Second inning here, no score. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. The first knuckle curve we've seen today. Good luck hitting that pitch. And now Spencer Steer. Hard hit to third. Off balance feed. There's 1. And that's 2. Bottom of the second. So now it's Nolan Arenado. Nolan Arenado at the plate. Arenado, guy who delivers big-time power at the dish and will probably go down as one of the greatest defensive third basemen of all time. Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. And speaking of that defense, it's hard to imagine that in high school, Arenado shared the left side of the infield with another elite defender, Matt Chapman, at El Toro High School in California. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Pretty nasty cutter right there, and you're seeing that pitch, that location a lot more these days, and you can see why. Very difficult for hitters. I think the great Mariano Rivera can at least partially be credited for that thanks to the career he had with the cutter. It was just dominant. I tell you what, I felt like it was a moral victory whenever I could put that.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. So the Yanks go in order. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. And that one is lifted in the air. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 1 up, 1 down.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Bellinger sizes this one up, puts it away for the out. 2 away. Addison Barger digs in now. And a swing and a miss there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
2 outs, base is empty. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. 1, 2, 3 go the Blues. Back now in the Bronx. And now the first baseman, Ben Rice. Right through there for a strike. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along. So the lineup flips over. Here comes Belly to take his cuts.
Ball.
Next offering is down low.
2-1.
Next offering is fouled back.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Varsho hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 away. Here's Jesse Winker.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes,
That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. Back at Yankee Stadium, all set for the start of the inning. And now, Andres Jimenez. Popped up. Volpe pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 away. Willie Adames stands in.
Number 2, shortstop, Willie Adames.
Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
that wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Out to short, Volpe. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. Now a blooper back behind short. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Here's Jock Peterson. That's a laser base hit. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field, so that definitely felt good.
Here's Nolan Arenado. And the pitch. And a big swing and a miss.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you've got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
In the air, right side of the infield. He's got it, and the inning is over. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. On the ground, right side. And that one finds its way through. And they have their first hit since the second inning. So up next, Dalton Varsho. Swings through that.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that one almost got him. Lifted in the air, out to left, and that'll get down for a hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out. Now the left fielder, Spencer Steer. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Volpe tossed to second, and they turn to double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And now for the Jays, Adam Frazier. On a line. Plays it on a bounce, and it eats him up. And the Jays score first. It's 1-0.
Oh, that's a lonely feeling for an outfielder. The read wasn't great, and it really hurts when it costs your team a run.
2 outs, runner on first. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Swing at a ball popped in the air. Out to shallow center. And that'll do it. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now 1-0. Back for more from the Bronx. Here's the catcher, Austin Wells. 1-2 here. Stays alive. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. Drilled out towards left center field. That one back there. Going, gone. That's worth the price of admission. It's his 8th home run of the year, and we are starting over. It's 1-1.
This game is breathing new life thanks to that home run, and that's exactly what they needed. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at-bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. And here's the first baseman, Ben Rice. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. 1 out, bases empty, and a run in. Last half of inning number 5. Puts it in the air out towards left center. And there's 2 down. Back to the top of the lineup. And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
2 strikes.
Ground ball up the middle. Adames. And this ball is going to wind up out of play. And the batter now, Jesse Winker.
This guy at the dish excels in 2-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
Next pitch is outside.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day 1.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Here comes Aaron Judge. Got him swinging. With number 9 for him in this game. 9. Back in the Bronx, top 6. Now the third baseman, Addison Barger. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Up with it, fires to first. In time to get him, 1 away in the strikeout. So the batting order turns over. Here's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. And that one hammered. And it hops over the wall for an automatic double. 1 out, runner at second. Now it's the shortstop, Willie Adames. The 1-1. Up the middle, Volpe. In plenty of time to first, and they get Adames for the out. So up next for Toronto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Drilled to right, way back there, and that is gone. Vladdy blasts one out the opposite way. His second homer of this series. It's 3-1. Singy, that's his 199th career home run.
Well, 200 homers is an exciting number for anyone to get to. He's got to be looking forward to that next one a lot. There was a cutter away. Kind of works like a slider. You've got to stay on it, let it travel a little bit, and then get your arms extended. Really good piece of hitting right there.
Anthony Santander at the plate. And that is that. Back now for the bottom of the sixth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Eric Swanson. He's been so good against lefties. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And that's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
And that is ball 4, and the Yankees are in business.
Not the start to this inning he was hoping for on the mound. Now he's going to have to really dial it up against the bottom part of this lineup to get out of this jam.
That one not close. Now 3-1, and that'll load the bases.
Pretty much the last thing you want from your bullpen arms are free passes, especially in spots like this. Make the team earn their way on.
So bases all loaded up. Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. This one popped up right side. And the infield fly is called. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Anthony Volpe. The shortstop takes the ball.
Brugge, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Got him. Huge strikeout there.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there. He's really gotten himself into a mess out there and now forces home a run with the wall. This inning's definitely getting away from him. Great swing and solid contact. Just a little too quick. He's got to stay back a little longer.
Go ahead run at second here in the bottom of the 6th. On the ground to third. Off balance throw in time. That ends the inning. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Eric Miller.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Movement in the bullpen. Jordan Romano getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Cruz also throwing. Up the middle. Volpe on the run. Sends it over to first. And they get the out. Here's the left fielder, Spencer Steer. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
You're usually going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging. Down in order go the Blue Jays. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Jimmy Garcia. He last pitched 2 days ago. Adames, the throw to first. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th. Here is Aaron Judge. And strike 2.
2-2 count.
Line drive. And there are 2 down.
Man, that's so frustrating. You hit the ball hard. You understand the situation. You want to get on base and try to score that tying run, but no reward right there, and just going to have to sit on it.
Up the middle. The throw to first. And Peterson retired. And it's a 1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Jordan Romano.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
The 1-1. Base hit, left center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Addison. Barger next up for the Blue Jays. Substitution being made at first. Coming in as a pinch runner, Ernie Clement. Ball to strike. The pitch. Runner takes off. Rice. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. First and second. No outs. Here's Andres Jimenez. Squares to bunt, but that rolls foul. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, kind of a weird pitch and a weird swing on that strikeout. It's just a slider that caught a lot of the plate. I'd say a very hittable location. But in the box, I think he just gave up on it way too early. And by the time he realized it was dropping into the zone, he just fires off a really poor swing.
Runners at first and second with one gone, and we're in the top of the 8th. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from the same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes, and very difficult to lay off.
And next for Toronto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Back in the 6th, he drove a 2-run shot out of here to help them get the lead they're working with.
Yeah, definitely.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Zach Jackson.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different. So
swing and a miss, handcuffed him with that slider, and that's the first out. Here's Nolan Arenado. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Makes the grab. That's out number 2. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells. Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. Nothing. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Fernando Cruz.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Swing and a miss, and that is strike 2. Movement in the Yankees pen, Jake Cousins. The hard-throwing righty is up and loosening. Bender, the hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Swing and a miss, struck him out on a splitter. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a pop-off in foul ground. Volpe on his way over. Won't get to this one. It drops foul.
Very dominant with that fastball inside. Hitter's going to be conscious of that. Now you have the outer half of the plate to work with out there on the mound.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing BBs. And now for the Jays, Spencer Steer. Foul ball.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the ninth, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
Hard hit right side. Jazz tosses to first, and that is that. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Jeff Hoffman.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Swings over the splitter for strike 3. He's 2 outs away. And now here is Ben Rice. Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back. That's long gone. His first homer of the year. It's 3-3. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. That was one of those home runs where you really don't know if he got enough of it off the bat. I mean, he put a good swing on it clearly, but I wouldn't say he really got the sweet spot on the bat. The exit velo wasn't anything too impressive, but it had all it needed for him to circle the pillows.
One down, base is empty. Line to left. Here comes the throw. Makes it to second. The winning run's in scoring position with 1 gone. And next is the designated hitter, Jesse Winker. Winning run stands at second.
That ball foul.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Swing and a miss at the splitter, and it's a strikeout.
Well, a well-thrown splitter is going to do exactly that. Get you off balance, thinking it's a fastball.
Intentional walk here with 2 out. They set up a force at any base to end the inning. And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. And now Jack Peterson, next offering in there for a strike. That's strike 2. Struck him out looking. That's the 3rd out, and we'll play extra innings in this one.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Back at Yankee Stadium, on to extra innings. And now the right fielder, Adam Frazier. Here's a 1-1.
Well, it's kind of deflating. You blow that lead in the bottom of the 9th, so here's a new opportunity. Hit the reset button, try to get some more runs, and then close it out in the bottom half of this one.
The other way, and it goes just foul. And a swing and a miss. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Dalton rushing, getting ready to hit. Oh, he can't hang on. Still fires to first, and it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. So up next for Toronto, Addison Barger. Late on that fastball.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
That one 95 to finish him off.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion.
Out of the bullpen for the Jays. Runner in scoring position. No outs. Now it's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Just missed.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. So a change being made out at second, and here's the pinch runner, Jason Dominguez. He's a potential winning run, so they're hoping he can score a base hit. And a swing and a miss. And 2 away now. Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. Winning run in scoring position with 2 away. Got him swinging for the K. And he strikes out the side. Welcome back. And here comes the go-ahead run on base. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Andres Gimenez. Hit in the air out to center field. Bellinger sizing it up. He's got it. Runner tags at second. But now he won't try for third. Stays put with 1 away. Willie Adames now at the plate. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
On the ground right side. Down the line. And it's foul.
That was the emergency hack right there.
2-2 now. That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit. Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
And a swing and a miss. The hat trick. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. And now the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Swings and misses. And the count 1-2. 2 down, go-ahead run in scoring position. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Back here in extras, and stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Oh, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man,
to second with the throw in, no chance. Back in the Bronx, we're in extras here, and now the DH, Anthony Santander. Here's a 1-1. That one is absolutely belted. Out of here. Anthony Santander knocks one out. His 28th home run of the season, and they take the lead. It's 5-3. You can sense it inside the stadium. These fans are devastated. And now it's going to be Dalton Varsho. He swings and fouls one off. 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame. And here in extra innings. Down and in, moved his feet. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Hit on the ground to short. Volpe throws to first in time. Play is made, 2 out. Here's Adam Frazier. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in, and we're deep into extras. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. On to first, and it's in time for the third out, so that'll end the inning. Back here at extras, and here comes Cody Bellinger. And a count 1-2. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. And that's down and away. Ball 4, he walked in, and that keeps things going. Jesse Winker stepping in now for the Yankees.
Well, they didn't give him anything to hit, and now with runners on first and second, they've set up a double play opportunity. So not a terrible result.
Steer sizing this one up, and that is a big first out.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
With the winning run at the plate here in extra innings. Ball 4, he walked in, and that'll keep the line moving. So here's the cleanup hitter, Jason Dominguez. That one lifted to left, Steer under it, squeezes it, runner tags for home. He scores. That's a big sacrifice fly. Back within one, it's 5-4. So they're down to their final out. Here's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really
hit on the ground to the right side. And foul ball. This could end it. Hit to right, and that ought to do it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Blue Jays. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. The show has an AL East matchup. It's the Toronto Blue Jays going up against the New York Yankees. We get a chance to watch one of the hottest. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about to get started. Now the starting pitcher in this one. Carlos Rodon. And Chris, he's a guy that gets better when things get tough.
Well, what quickly stands out to me for this guy is that he comes in with a 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio on the season. So when you consider consistency, the ability to get swings and misses and to limit base runners, that's critical in winning games today, especially when teams are depending on the big swing. The whole
Arenado. And they get Adames for the out. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. That one the other way, and no one can get there. Coming home. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single, and it's 1-0.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Peterson makes the grab. So 2 down now, and here is Davis Schneider. Guerrero, the runner at first with 2 gone. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Gassed it right by him. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's an early 1-0. Back now in the Bronx. Today's starting pitcher, Matt Waldron.
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled, batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
Rushing, hauls it in, and there's 1 away. And now big number 99, Aaron Judge, swings and misses. 2 out.
Well, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that
it drops in, gets away a little bit. And now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Base hit. Bellinger is in to score. And it's an RBI single. It's 1-1.
His confidence level is so high. Really nice job of coming through in a big spot. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
Got him. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Second inning set to go. Now here is Spencer Steer. Swinging a ground ball. And that one handled. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning.
Tough play at a nice backhand stop. Had to be perfect with the exchange and throw to get the out. But it looked like he had to dig in there a little deeper. Like he was trying to get a split finger grip or something. Close play. But that little extra time on the transfer made all the difference.
Next to hit, Ernie Clement. Swing and a liner, base hit out into right center field. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Headed for the plate. He'll score, and the Blue Jays take the lead.
Back-to-back base hits. Anytime you can drive a ball into the gap the other way, it feels so good. And that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the plate. And it's even better when it gets you extra bases. Love looking in at your dugout and seeing the guys fired up.
This one high in the air to left center. He's there. He's got it. Runner tags at second, but now he won't try for third. Stays put with 1 away. Cooper Bowman next up for the Blue Jays. That one ripped. And that's got extra bases written all over it. The run comes in from second, and they lead by 2.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Swing and a miss and a changeup in the dirt. Out on the drop, third strike, 2 gone. And the runner stays where he is.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Chisholm makes the grab, and that'll do it. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. Now to the bottom of the inning, and stepping in for the Yankees, Luke Raley. And he grounds one back up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Got him looking. That K is his 3rd of the game. Now Carter Jensen in the air, center field. Bowman under it. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away. Here's Cody Bellinger. And there's a hit. And now 2 aboard.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Steer puts it away. On to the 3rd inning. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Liner caught at second.
They put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives won't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run. I think he was sitting off speed there.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, I think he was waiting on the changeup right there, and he got it. It just drifted too far in on him. I think that pitch is just a little more out over the plate. Probably squares it up, but instead, he's going to have to go take a seat.
And that one is lifted in the air. Judge makes the catch, inning over. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. That one fouled off. Dives and he can't hang on. Now he gets it to the pitcher covering the bag. And they do get the out. And the batter now, Jock Peterson. And right back to the mound. Slings to first. And Peterson retired. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch. Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. He nails one out to right. His 12th of the season. It's 3-2.
He's been so difficult to pitch against lately. It seems like no matter how you attack him, he finds a way to punish you.
Base is empty with 2 away. Nato comes in to take his cuts. Rushing makes the catch, and that'll do it. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. Oh, great stop. To his knee, the throw. Nicely done for the out.
Well, he looks so comfortable making that play. Dives, comes up with it, and then from one knee, like he's just playing catch with his kid. Nice throw across the diamond at first.
Line drive. And that's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Stepping in, Alejandro Kirk. In the air, fairly deep to right field. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases. Relay throw to second. Not in time. He's safe.
Everything came together for him. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
And here is Cooper Bowman. Liner, and this could be trouble. 1 run is in. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. 2 runs are in safely with a double, his second of the day.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Here's Andres Jimenez. Lined into right. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. He thought about it, but instead returns to second. Willie Adames stands in. Adames working through some struggles lately. The 1-1. Foul ball there. Bowman at second with 2 down.
Yeah, they say baseball is a game of failure, and that's true even for longtime major leaguers. Sometimes you'll have tough stretches just like this, but he's an experienced vet.
Handles, throws the first. They limit the damage here, but they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. Back here in New York, and here's the first baseman, Luke Raley. The 1-1 is fouled off. Goes down looking. And up next for New York, Anthony Volpe. Waldron with some less than fantastic work on the hill lately. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. He makes the grab. 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Carter Jensen. Swing and a ball lifted left field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. They hand the ball over to a new arm, Jake Cousins.
Coming on to face a righty here, and he's been fantastic against him this year. His numbers in those matchups are very good.
Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle to base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. Dalton Rushing next up for the Blue Jays. The pitch. And a foul ball. Nobody out. Runner at first. Ground ball could be 2. Off balance feed. There's 1. Back to first, and that is a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
2 down, nobody on. They say you win. And now 2-2. Swing and a miss at a slider. Chases in the dirt. Slider there. In time. So the drop third. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And here comes Bellinger. Hit hard on the ground to short. Adames the throw to first. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th. Here's Jesse Winker. And he takes a strike. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. 1 out. Base is empty. And he grounds 1 to the right side. Tosses to first.
That's an out.
2 up, 2 down. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. Judge rips that one. That's back there. That one is gone. Aaron Judge leads the yard. And they cut into the deficit. It's 5-3.
Things might get pretty interesting if they keep connected on pitches like that. Oh, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden they're back in this ball game.
Well struck right field. It has the distance. Gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. It's his 8th home run of the year. It's 5-4. So 2 down. Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. Here's Nolan Arenado.
It's been a little bit of a shaky inning, but he's still in a good spot to get out of this thing without giving up any more runs. He's just got to turn the page and go after this next guy.
Chisholm off of first with 2 away.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him. It feels to me like his time on the mound is running short, starting to show some signs of fatigue. So we'll see how much longer they let him go.
And fouled off. See ya! Strikes him out for the 2nd time today. All set for the top of the 6th. And now Spencer Steer. And a ground ball to first. And it finds its way through for a hit. And a good start to the inning.
Just a simple ground ball the other way. They had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Runner at first with no outs here.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's...
Runner on the go. Got him swinging. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. And here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. Swing and a miss. Over to third, but the throw's offline. The 1-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Cousins, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit.
Just indecisive in that at-bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
The 1-1 is fouled off. 2 outs and a runner at third. And we're the top half of the 6th. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. And we're back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the 6th, Anthony Volpe. Strike 3, got him swinging. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Carter Jensen. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Make it 7 strikeouts for him. So the lineup flips over. Bellinger up to hit. This one lifted in the air, left field. Steer. That is the inning. Anthony Bender taking over on the mound.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year. So the defense should be active.
Got him swinging. And now the shortstop, Willie Adames. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Jordan Romano getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Cruz warming up as well. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter.
Well, we'll hold that thought as that's the 3rd out. Looking to get the tying run on base. In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
What makes him special is a lot of pitchers lose movement in their stuff. The deep.
That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. It's Aaron Judge now. And that drops in for a strike.
And that's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation running on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Gosh, another walk in this one. Man, he is having some real issues with control.
And Jack Peterson stands in. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. To Adames, that's 1. And they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Now Jazz Chisholm Jr. steps up for a big at-bat. And that is the inning. Back in New York, we go to the 8th. And now the Toronto cleanup hitter, Dalton Rushing. Line drive, caught.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. And there's 2 down. And next for Toronto, Spencer Steer. 2 outs. Right through there for a strike.
Man, this has been a real important inning in relief. I mean, so far, they've been doing a great job holding that deficit at 1.
And they'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. Swings and misses at 1 down below the zone. Gets to it, on to first. That completes the strikeout, inning over. On to the bottom of the 8th. Here's Nolan Arenado. Manager out of the dugout now. New pitcher on here, Zach Jackson.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
That's outside. 3-2 now. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Well, he hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this guy.
And that's a fair ball.
That play looks routine defensively, but with all of the little nooks, it can get real tricky down in the corner. Kept it to a long single. Nice defensive play.
Steer sizes this one up, and out number 1 on the grab. And the batter will be the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. And a swing and a miss.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there. It just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Here comes the throw. And the throw's offline. Safe at third. So 2 in scoring position with 1 out. Here's the catcher, Carter Jensen. The 2-1. And the slider catches the zone.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
The other way, and that's just foul.
Don't be surprised to ball on the ground to the corners.
Ground ball right side. And he handles it himself for the out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Fly ball down the line. And that's the 3rd out. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound, Jordan Romano.
And he's been really shutting down hitters from the right side of the plate this year. Not a lot of hard contact, not a lot of hits, period.
So digging in, Ernie Clement. Swings through that one for strike 2. Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. Marcus Stroman getting loose out there. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Alejandro Kirk. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. To first. Out. 2 quick outs here in the top of the ninth. Running out of chances to pad the lead. 2 down, bases empty. Now at the plate, Cooper Bowman. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the ninth. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton. Throw to first. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Jeff Hoffman. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Adames in position, and it's caught for the out. Aaron Judge at the plate. And a 2-1 hammered but foul. Trying to close out a 1-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Here is Jock Peterson. They're down to their final strike.
1-2.
1 strike away. Got him, and that's the ball game. Close one here today. Welcome in, baseball fans, and here in New York, the show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the New York Yankees. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the brooms to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
We'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set. And on the mound today. Will Warren.
Well, it hasn't been a great year so far in terms of ERA, but he's had some decent games, and there have been some flashes of greatness, if you will. We'll see today if he's able to get ahead of hitters and perhaps get some swings and misses, put himself in a position to bring that ERA down, because you know in the back of his mind, beyond the W, he wants to have a better earned run average. Man, that was bang, bang. Tough to tell in full speed, Boog.
I got to be honest. And here is Spencer Steer. Ground ball left side. Can't glove it cleanly. Still finds a way to get off a throw. And they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. A very athletic offensive group with speed spread throughout this offense.
Yeah, and it's so important that they have patient and quality at bats, because the key is to get on base. If they do that, then they can create a whole lot of havoc on the base paths, get runners around the score, and then that's going to get you some good pitches to hit as well. So very athletic.
Hauls it in to end the inning. Back for more from the Bronx. On the hill here today, Cal Quantrill. And Singy, that may be his name, but the strikeout is his game.
Well, Boog, I can tell you've been working on that one, but yes, you are right. This guy's strikeout per 9, over 11. I mean, that's just getting it done. There are a lot of strikeouts in that other lineup, and when you look at what he's able to do, man, it's going to be a fun one to watch today.
And that wasn't even close. Ball 4.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
One gone, runner at first. Here comes Aaron Judge. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Winker at first, one gone. And it's even up.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
To short, could be 2. To second, there's one. Relay to Guerrero in time, inning-ending double play. Back at Yankee Stadium, top of the second. Here's some real power at the plate. Anthony Santander. Into left center for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning. And now it's Dalton Varsho. On a line, base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Back-to-back singles. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle. Allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. It's going to fall for a hit. And they're happy to play station to station right here. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Here's Adam Frazier. The 1-1. In the air, left field. Base hit, 1 run in already. The throw in, it's offline, and he scores.
Just a huge at bat right there. High fastball, even a little above the zone, but such a good job of staying tall on the backside, getting that barrel there to meet it just in time. I'll tell you what, it's not easy to do.
And the batter now, Cooper Bowman. Swings through it for the K. Well done behind the dish. Addison Barger next up for the Blue Jays. And a swing to this.
1-2 to count.
Kirk at second. Frazier over at first with 1 away. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow left field. And it falls. Throw back in. Holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only 1 away. Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. And stepping in is the speedy Andres Jimenez. That one the other way. Volpe. Off balance feed. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Now the number 2 hitter, Spencer Steer. 2 on, 2 outs. Rips that one center field. Stanton makes the catch. And that is that. 3 runs for him. Back in the Bronx. Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. Inside. And the count is 3-1.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk. Here's Jock Peterson.
Boog, if I were him, I'd be nibbling around the plate as well. I mean, this guy is just capable of hitting pitches outside of his zone and driving them a long way.
Swings over the splitter for strike 3. So now it's Nolan Arenado.
That's a ball.
Just missed. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Varsho after it. They got it for out number 2. So a man aboard, Luke Raley stepping in now for the Yankees.
This is a batter who clearly performs better in day games. I don't know why, but his numbers generally back it up.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Quantrill back to work. High fly ball out towards left center. Varsho moving under it. And that will end the inning. The Yanks leave 1. They trail it here 3-0. Welcome back and take a look at some hot hitting in this series as we check out the numbers. Hard hit left side. Slings it across and Guerrero is set down.
Now back the designated hitter, Anthony Santander.
Anthony Santander at the plate. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Couldn't catch up to the heater. 2 outs, base is empty. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. That one finds the zone, and the count is filled up. Three and 2. The pitch is outside, and ball 4. Man at first, and here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Pickoff throw. Varsho back on a dive. Up the middle, Volpe. They take the force out. That's the 3rd out. 2-2 now. Swung on, belted. That's back. Out of here. That one felt good. It's his 8th home run of the year, and they cut into the lead. It's 3-1.
He hasn't been at his best at the plate these last few games, so this could end up being an important home run for him. Maybe it's a sign of more to come.
And down on strikes. And that's the 1st out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Throw to first in time. Here's Jesse Winker. Right side, Jimenez. Tosses to first, and Winker is set down. Swing and a ball popped in the air, and that'll fall for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Cooper Bowman, the next to hit. Swing and a ball driven out to center. This one's got a chance. Reaching for it and brings it in.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
Addison Barger next up for the Blue Jays. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Volpe on the move. He's got it. 2 down.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Left-hand hitter waits. Now a fly ball to right center. Stanton on the move. Makes the grab, And that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom four, and stepping in for the Yankees, Aaron Judge. Oh, diving stop. Throws from the seat of his pants. It's there, and that's a great play. Here's Stanton now. One down, base is empty. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Varsho makes the grab, 2 down. And now Jack Peterson. And that's a base hit, and that extends the inning. Here's Nolan Arenado. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. Peterson off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
It's almost like he's telling the guys in the bullpen, stand down. I got this.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Line drive, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Anthony Santander will hit next. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. That when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Struck him out looking. One left for Toronto, but they still lead it 3-1. Back at Yankee Stadium, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in for the Yankees, Luke Raley. Whips it to first. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th. And next for New York, Austin Wells. Hard on the ground to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts. New pitcher for the Yankees, Jake Cousins.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
That's to third, and that goes foul. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Beats him for the first out, and that completes the strikeout.
Well, when you throw the same pitch back to back, that's how you want to do it. Set him up in the strike zone, then extend a little bit from there and see if you can get him to chase. Nicely done with the slider right there.
And a foul ball.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Two outs. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. And we're back. Bottom of the 6th inning. Now it's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes.
Oh, that got him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. First and second, No outs. Here is Aaron Judge.
Oh, they've had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Struck him out on the foul tip.
Well, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. No, right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place.
Now a screamer into the outfield. Drops into the glove. Runner tags from third. He'll score on the sac fly, and it's a one-run game.
Good piece of hitting right there. He's thinking off the bat, that's getting down for extra bases, but nice job of the outfielder running it down, making the catch. Still comes away with the sac fly, though, RBI.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Winker on second. Judge on the first with 2 down. Back there. Out of here. He'll take a trot around the bases. Home run number 10 on the year, and they lead it. It's 5-3. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth.
So 2 down, and up next for the... Here comes the manager out of the... New pitcher now for the Jays, Paul Sewald.
Oh, he's having an excellent season so far. ERA is under 2. A lot of
fires over to Guerrero. Ends the inning after they... Look at the long ball for the Yankees. It's now 5-3. Major League Baseball is on the show. Out of the bullpen for the Yankees, Fernando Cruz.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
And that's down, a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
A lot of hitters tell themselves line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything and pulled it into the gap nicely.
Quick feed to second for 1. On the first, double play. And now for the Jays, Spencer Steer. So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Davis Schneider looking for a 2-out spark with the bases empty. The 1-1 is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Nothing doing. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Eric Swanson.
Left-handed batter at the plate, and he's been excellent in those matchups this year, so this seems like a calculated move.
That one fouled off, 2-2. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And 1 away in the bottom of the 7th. And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. Line drive, and now maybe extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. Round second, digging for third. The relay throw. The tag, and he's out, trying for 3. 2 down, bases empty. Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Got him. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. 1-2. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. On the ground, right side. Fires over to first. First out in the top of the 8th. Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, Anthony Santander. Swing and a miss.
Big time GM right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Swings and misses. Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3. 2 outs, base is empty. And now Dalton Varsho. 2 outs, base is empty. Now he breaks his bat. Throws to first, and the Blue Jays go down. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Ryan Burr.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And Winker is set down. Aaron Judge at the plate. Fastball for a strike. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And now it's Giancarlo Stanton. And that drops in for a strike. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Ian Hamilton.
Should be a good first matchup for him here. He's been doing a great job against right-handed bats so far this season. They've had a lot of trouble squaring him up.
Sneaks through, base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Singy, that's a start.
Yeah, as soon as that ball got through, I could see down in the dugout, guys pumping their fists. They know that they got a chance in this ball game.
At the plate, Adam Frazier. The tying run at the plate. And a swing and a miss. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Cooper Bowman next up for the Blue Jays. With the tying run at the plate here at the top of the 9th. Tying run at the plate. On the ground. Chisholm to Volpe at second for 1. Over to first, safe.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
So it's their last chance in this one. Here's the third baseman, Addison Barger. Swings through that one. 1-2. This could end it. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
This was by no means an offensive outburst. Only 4 hits the entire game, but good teams find a way to win, and they did.
A 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Live from historic Fenway Park in Boston, the show has an AL East matchup. It's the Toronto Blue Jays and the Boston Red Sox. Biggest story coming into this one is what he's been able to do at the plate recently. Absolutely on fire, Singy.
Yeah, he's been terrific, Boog. Has really made this a dangerous team.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about set to go. Towing the slab in today's game. Garrett Whitlock. What do we have on him?
Well, that whip is just below the league average, and that's a good thing in this case, not allowing too many base runners. So on most days, he's going to go out there and compete and put his team in a position to win, and I expect to see that from him in this one today.
Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. All right, Siggy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team, and I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
Now this is in the air down the line. Makes his way towards it. Makes the grab. Nice play after the long run. And there are 2 outs. 2 down, bases empty. Now it's going to be Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And it hits off the monster. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in, and he'll make it safely. That's a double.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Everything was mechanically sound with that swing right there. I mean, that's pretty much what you're wanting to replicate with every rep you take. You want good balance, barrel directly to the baseball, and good long extension after contact out in front of home plate. Man, there are a lot of doubles in a swing like that.
And he chases that one. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. No run. Back here with my pal Singy. Getting the nod on the mound, Zach Gallen.
Comes into this start sporting a lifetime ERA just over 3. He's been pretty great for most of his big league career. Can't wait to watch him in this one.
Outside with a breaking ball.
Really good slider. He's up there just hoping that it ends up off the plate away.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence.
Runner on the move. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Makes the grab, 1 down. And it's Rafael Devers in the box. And that one in the air center field. Varsho settles underneath it. Hauls it in for the out. Out number 2. Now batting Tristan Casas. Runner on the go. Swing, a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. Home run number 10 on the year. It's 2-0. And with 2 down, the Red Sox. The early lead. Connor Wong up next for the Red Sox. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. And we're back here at Fenway Park. New inning getting started. And now for the Jays, Brent Rooker. Swings through that.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Gets it there in time, though, and they get it out of the play. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. 1 out, bases empty. Next offering is fouled back. 1-2 now. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Now the left fielder, Spencer Steer. And that one hammered. That's back there. Say goodbye to that one. That'll fire up the dugout, and they're on the board. It's 2-1.
Well, there goes the shutout, just like that. They're still behind, but this is a start. A slider right down the middle of the plate. It's like slow motion for a hitter. You're just licking your chops, waiting for it to arrive, and you want to hit it a long way, and he did.
Digging in, Addison Barger. That one hammered center field, and it bangs off the monster. And that's a 2-out double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. He hit the ball so well right there, and I really thought it was going to carry out of here, but that's definitely the big part of the yard, and you just really have to get a hold of one to drive it out in that part of it.
Now this is through for a base hit. Now a long throw home, but it's offline. It's 2-2.
Gets it done to drive in the run and tie it back up. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Here's Andres Jimenez. Stays alive. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Lined, and that's a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Willie Adames stands in. Here's the pitch to Adames. And a big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him looking. Good job at damage control. Back here at Fenway, we head to the bottom of the second, and now Blake Sabol. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 2-1. Right through there for a strike.
No, he's really working that inside corner with the cutter. I tell you what, I hated that pitch. So tough to get the barrel to and to keep it fair.
Our umpire behind the plate, Jerry Hillsdale. High praise for Jerry when we talk to people around the game.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Boog. He's very straightforward, very consistent back there. So most of the time, you're not even going to think about it. That's a good thing.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Here's Nick Pratto. And now 1 and 2. How much were you aware of the umpire scouting report, or even who was going to be umpiring? Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. Got him swinging.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He flexes his power with that swing. His 29th of the season. It's 3-2.
His confidence is through the roof with the way he's been swinging it lately. He's on a really good run.
Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase. Up with it, fires to first. He's in there. So a man at first. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. Hit in the air, center field. Anthony has a beat on it. Nabs it, 2 away down. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. The 1-1 is fouled off. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Addison Barger digs in now. That's out to center field. Anthony on his way over. He's got it. And that is that. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along. Back to the top of the lineup. Trevor Story comes up to the plate. That one is absolutely belted. And it's off the green monster. Around first, digging for 2. The throw into second, and he's safe. It's a wall ball double.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
There's a strike.
1-2.
Out to short. Adames, the throw to first. He's out.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
Here's Rafael Devers.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and
That's
clearly
a ball.
shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the
2-2.
box.
Got him. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Fouled off left side. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
It's almost like he's telling the guys in the bullpen, stand down, I got this.
So the batting order turns over. Here's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. And that one fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. The other way. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. Willie Adames now at the plate.
Willie Adames.
And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's back. And out of here. A towering shot to center. Home run number 15 on the year. And they add a run. It's 4-2. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a
So the Red Sox bring on a new pitcher, Brian Bayo.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and they don't get an out on the play. Anthony Santander at the plate. Two outs. Fought off foul. Got him swinging. Gassed it right by him. Back in Boston, John Chambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Tristan Casas. Out towards right center field. Rooker makes the catch, and there's one gone. Next to hit, Connor Wong. Swings and misses. And the count 1-2.
1-2's the count.
Ripped on a line. And it one-hops the wall.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base
2-2.
hit. Those always feel great.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. Roman Anthony getting ready to hit. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. Wong, the runner at first with 2 gone. In the air out towards right center. Rooker on the move to the alley. Squeezes it, and that's the inning. And that's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. And now the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. Ground ball right side, could be 2. The turn by Meyer at second. Relay to first, double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. And it's 1-2. Action in the pen down there. Liam Hendricks preparing to come on if needed. Sandoval getting loose as well. And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. Back here in Boston. Now it's the DH, Nick Pratto. Ground ball up the middle, and that chance handled. Tosses to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double. Number 91 with his first major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen, and when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
Marcelo Meyer up next for the Red Sox. On the ground to the left, Adames. That ends the frame. And the Red Sox back here at Fenway, all set for the start of the inning. Now the third baseman, Addison Barger. The 1-1 is fouled off. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Here's the catcher, Dalton Rushing. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss at 96. Struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Now a chance for Andres Jimenez. Little bouncer out in front of the plate. And that one handled over to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Back here at Fenway Park. Raffy coming to the plate now. Hard ground ball, base knock. So a man on base to start the inning.
Really nice job with 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Swings and misses, struck him out. Turned on, but foul wide of third. Center field. Varsho gets under it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's 2 away.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
Blake Sable will hit next. They get the force, and that ends the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Willie Adames. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Sends it to first. That's the first out, the top of the 7th. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. So a man aboard now with one away.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
And he makes the catch. And there's two away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
There's a swing and a drive. Head towards the monster. And it hits off the monster. Vladdy coming around third. Relay throw home. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Gallen ready to fire now. Breaks his bat and pops it up. Adames makes the grab on the run. Nick Pratto up next for the Red Sox. Out to center. Varsho under it. Hauls it in, two away. Now it's the right fielder. Two down, nobody on. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
1-2.
Keeps the at bat going with a foul ball. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that turns the lineup over. Here's Story now. Here comes the manager.
For Toronto, number 93.
Popped up to the left into foul ground. And the inning is over. So back now at Fenway. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. In the air on the infield, Meyer makes the grab, one away. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the eighth. Swing and a miss.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Caught him looking for the K. Two outs, base is empty. So up next for Toronto, Addison Barger. He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. That gets down for a hit. So a two-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. And it bangs off the monster. Coming home. He will score.
Big at bat to pad their lead up to 3. Put a really nice balanced swing on it. And when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box.
And that's a base hit. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. It's offline. The run comes in, and they lead by 4. 2 outs, runner at first. Willie Adames digs in now. Check on the runner. Jimenez dives back in safely. Fouls one off. 2-2. Jimenez leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Back inside Fenway Park, ready for the bottom of the 8th. Joe stepping in for this one, swung on and hit well, way back there. And it flies to the deepest part of the park. No doubt about this one. Home run. And they inch closer. It's 6-3.
That gives them hope they can pull off this comeback. They just need a few more swings like that, and they're back in business.
Guerrero takes it to the bag. One gone to the bottom of the 8th. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Tristan Casas. And there's a foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And now it's the catcher for the Red Sox, Connor Wong.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side. And that'll do it. The Red Sox pick up a run on the homer. It's now 6-3. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound, Liam Hendricks.
And he's been hit pretty hard at times this year, so he's looking for better. Right now, giving up more than a hit per inning.
Line drive, Adam in center field.
As good as he's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand, you cannot hang a breaking ball right there. Lucky it stayed in the ballpark.
That's hard hit on the line. He's got it. There's 2 away.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
2 outs. Swing at a line drive. That's a base hit into center field.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when
that ends the inning, so we take a break. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Jeff Hoffman. He has a great slider with tons of movement. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
They're not ready to go home quite yet.
Roman Anthony up next for the Red Sox.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
He's 2 outs away. Nick Pratto now at the plate. The 1-1 is fouled off.
All season long, he's racked up a number of saves, and sometimes the adrenaline doesn't get high enough until there's a runner or 2 on base.
So the Red Sox down to their final out. And stepping in for Boston, number 91.
Just about gives his skipper a heart attack, but that's where he functions best.
Sable off of first with 2 away. Got him. And that is the ball game. And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Toronto Blue Jays and the Boston Red Sox. All right, Singy, let's talk about the man on the mound. He has been lights out lately.
You're not kidding, Boog. I mean, look at these stats. He's got hitters guessing on every pitch. I'm excited to see if he can maintain his dominance.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Almost ready to get underway. And today's starter, Garrett Crochet. Singy, he's been outstanding and should be fun to watch.
Well, when you have a guy that can limit the opponent to very little run production, you have a great chance to win a ball game when he takes the mound. He's just having an outstanding season so far. You hope he can maintain it, because if he can, he'll be in a nice conversation at the end of the year.
Willie Adames stands in. The wind and the pitch. Up the middle. Story whips it to first on the run. And very nicely done for the out. 2 down, base is empty. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Cut on and missed 96 with that fastball. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Back here at Fenway, and starting this one, Bowden Francis. What's the word on him?
Well, Boog, something of interest to me is that this guy's really struggled when working out of the stretch, pitching with runners in scoring position. So the key for him is to attack hitters, try to get ahead in the count, and limit allowing runners on base. And if he can do that, I think that will help him to avoid those situations. Now, at some point, he's going to have to deal with them. And I think it's just one of those mental things that he's going to have to overcome.
So now 1-2.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Kirk throws to first in time. And the home first moving along quickly today. 2 gone. Devers now. Two out, space is empty. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just...
That's strike 3 and the third out. So we take a break. And we're back. Now here's the switch hitting power threat, Anthony Santander. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Story sends it over to first. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second. 2 out, space is empty. And now it's Dalton Varsho. On the ground, right side, Bregman. And the Blue Jays go down 1-2-3. Bottom of the second. So here's Boston's cleanup hitter, Tristan Casas. And a swing and a miss.
1-2.
Popped up. Bowman settles under this one. Makes the catch for the out. Here's Alex Bregman. Not even close there. 2-1.
Boog, Rusty Valentine umpiring behind the plate in this one. He has what you might call a tall strike zone, both at the letters and down below the knees.
Yeah, and I'm sure that helps a lot of pitchers we see today who like to work up, down, trying to change eye levels and swing paths.
Yep, exactly.
Man at first with 1 gone. And now the right fielder, Wilyer Abreu. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And it falls. Throws to second. In there safely.
Hey, whatever works, right? Doesn't have to be impressive. That ball right there landed in what they call the no man's land, meaning it's not really a spot on the field where you can expect anyone to get to it easily. I mean, it's a tough play going back for the shortstop, but also for the outfielders trying to come in. They got to go a long way as well.
So bases loaded with 1 away. And next for the Red Sox, Roman Anthony. got him. Huge strikeout there.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big two-out at bat coming up now.
2 outs, bases full. Now batting Jaron Duran. High fly ball out towards left field. Gone! Grand slam! Oh my! And they add on. It's 5-zip. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth.
And with 2 down, the Red Sox. The early lead. So stepping in for Boston, Trevor Story. He goes down looking. But they leave their mark on the inning as we get another look at the grand slam. Back here at Fenway, on to the 3rd inning. Leading off, Spencer Steer. What a stop. And he beats it. He's safe. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. This one in the air, center field. Anthony sizing this one up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 1 down. So a man aboard. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Alejandro Kirk. Runner takes off. Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touchdown for a hit. Steer around 3rd. He'll score.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra base.
Oh, that ball finds its way into the outfield. A base hit into 3rd now. So runners at the corners and 1 out. And next for Toronto, Willie Adames. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at 1st and 3rd. And they're all loaded up.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here.
Way out front for strike 2.
It's amazing to look up and see 88 miles per hour on that changeup. Back in the day, that was a pretty good fastball, but with high velocities these days, that speed differential is right where it needs to be.
This to center field. Anthony makes a nice running catch.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
And that is out of play.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
Backed off the plate that time.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And there's a ball. Brent Rooker on deck for the Blue Jays. Kirk, the runner at 3rd. Bowman over at 2nd. Adames at 1st. 2 out of the inning. That one misses, and that'll bring home a run.
He's really gotten himself into a mess out there and now forces home a run with the walk. This inning's definitely getting away from him.
Brent Rooker next up for the Blue Jays. On the ground to Devers. They take the force out. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. 2 runs in the inning, but they strand 3. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. Here's the 3rd baseman, Rafael Devers. Swing and a miss, and now 2-2. And that's in the dirt. That one misses, so a leadoff walk. And now Tristan Casas.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Next offering is fouled back. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. That one misses, and the count's full. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Now it's Alex Bregman. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1-2.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Man at first, one away. Swing and a ball line to center. Snags it on the run. 2 away.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. As we go to the top of the 4th, and now the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. And that one is lifted in the air. Anthony puts it away for the out. 1 down. Spencer Steer getting ready to hit. 1 out, bases empty.
Well, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. And now for the Jays, Ernie Clement. Line drive, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Swings and misses. Now 1-2. Got him looking. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Blue Jays. Welcome back, and they turn to a new arm as we kick off the bottom of the 4th. Taylor Rogers.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out. I'm just waiting for a foul ball up here. This is one of the best places to be ready and to have a foul ball opportunity. We got a great view of the action.
Gets a piece and stays alive. The 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Back there and gone. A monster shot to right. And they add to the lead. It's 6-2. He kept swinging, and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up. Well, Boog, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. That ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
In plenty of time to first. Awesome play there. So the Red Sox lineup turns over. And the batter now, Jarren Duran. Oh, now a great stop. Pretty nice play there. Back here in Boston, now it's the second baseman, Cooper Bowman. Here's a 1-1. That's a ball, went with the sweeper. Boston's bullpen with some activity. Trevor Richards up and throwing. Hendricks also getting ready. Nice grab. The throw, and that's a great play for the out.
Great read off the bat by the second baseman. He took a perfect angle to get to this ball, knowing that he was going to have to dive to cut it off. Gets up and completes the play from the outfield grass. What a great job of picking up his pitcher.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that is his 1,000th major league hit. A nice moment for him.
Yeah, anytime you flip the page on a career milestone, it feels really good. You know that number's in front of you for a long time, and you can't get there fast enough. Good for him.
Next to hit, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Devers. Bregman for one. On to first, double play. And that's the inning. No runs, one hit. Bottom of the inning. Here's Trevor Story now. Bunting for a hit. Fly ball center field. Varsho after it. And there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
On the ground to third. Clement over to first. And Devers is set down. 2 down, bases empty. And now the first baseman, Tristan Casas. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there. Trevor Richards gets the call from the pen.
Well, he's a big-time strikeout guy out there. This season, averaging more than 1 per inning.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. And now here is Brent Rooker. The 1-1. Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. Anthony raging back towards the wall. Onto the track. And he makes the catch. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still manages a throw. Too late, and the runner is safe, and the misplay costs him. Here's the left fielder, Spencer Steer.
Left fielder, Spencer Steer.
2 outs. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. That to right. He's there. He's got it. And that'll do it. So no. Back now for the bottom of the 6th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Angel Bastardo.
Well, good luck against this guy. He's been extremely tough to hit this year. His numbers are excellent.
Struck him out swinging. Pulled the string on the changeup. That's to third. Fires over to Guerrero. 2 up, 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Now here is Blake Sable. Line drive. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. Back in Boston. Now the third baseman, Ernie Clement. Two down. And that's a little high.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Well, he didn't get the call on the mound the pitch before. Felt like he should have had him looking, I think. But, you know, that's good composure right there. He found a way to come back with another good pitch to get him to swing and miss.
And it stays fair. Back to the top of the order now. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Cooper Bowman. On the ground left side, 6, 4.
He's out.
Throw sails over his head at first. And it's going to wind up out of play.
Shortstop, Willie Adames.
The 1-1. And Adames swings through that one.
One ball.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
That one is blasted left field towards the monster. And it's off the green monster. Runner comes in from second to score, and they cut the lead. Not in time. It's a double.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way.
Russell McDonough into the game.
He's averaging more than 1 hit allowed per inning pitched this season, and that's not where you want to be at all. So we'll see how he does here.
And now it's going to be Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's got it, and that is that. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. And they've doubled up now. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Paul Sewald.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. Here's Nick Pratto. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Back there, tattooed and gone. His 2nd of the year, and they add to their lead. It's 7-3. So 1 out, nobody on. Jarren Duran up next for the Red Sox.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
1 down, base is empty. Grounds 1 to short. Tosses across to first. 2 away.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Varsho snags it, and the inning is over. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Liam Hendricks.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Anthony Santander at the plate. To the right side. He takes it on his own. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. Now it's the right fielder, Brent Rooker. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That's back. Going, gone. A shot to the opposite field. His 12th of the season. It's 7-4. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
Base is empty, 1 away. And now Dalton Varsho. 1 down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2.
Oh, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
That one off the bad part of the bat, just a lazy fly ball. Pulls it in on the run. And there's 2 away. Now the left fielder, Spencer Steer. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across, and we're in the top of the 8th. Tap foul at the plate.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Ripped on the ground to second. Slings to first. Out number 3. Picks up 1 on this homer. It's now 7-4. Back now at Fenway. Bottom of the 8th. And stepping in for Boston, Rafael Devers.
1 ball, 2 strike.
Up the middle, Adames. Throws to first in time. 1 up, 1 down. Here's the Boston cleanup hitter, Tristan Casas. And that's a little bit high. And it's 2-1. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. And that's ball 4. Tried another slider, but it missed the plate. 1 gone, runner at first. And next for the Red Sox, Alex Bregman. Dives, and he can't hang on. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds it second with 1 gone. Wilyer Abreu up next for the Red Sox. Hit hard, base hit. And they stop him at third, so bases loaded with one away. Blake Sabol up next for the Red Sox. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Steer sizes this one up, brings it in. Runner tagging from third. He's in on the sac fly, and they're up by 4.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
First and second, 2 down. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Justin Slayton.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. The Red Sox with some bullpen action. Lucas Giolito, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Sandoval getting cranked up as well. In the air to left center. Anthony on the move. Hauls it in for the out. And next for Toronto, Alejandro Kirk. One down, base is empty. Swung on, belted. And it hits off the monster. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in, and he'll reach second with one away.
All over that one right there. Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it, and it carries over, but that's a swing you'll be happy with every time.
So now pitch hitter for the Blue Jays, Andres Jimenez. He gets a chance with a runner in scoring position and one gone. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That skips over the fence, so it's an automatic double. A run comes in on the play. Justin Martinez comes on trying to close it out.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Now, Willie Adames. Swing and a high fly ball hit in the air left center field. This one's got a chance. Over the monster and onto Lansdowne Street. Home run. A 2-run shot. His 16th homer of the year, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 8-7. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
Vladdy Jr. stepping to the dish now. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Blue Jays have just one out left here. And next is the designated hitter, Anthony Santander. Gets him to chase after that one.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days. You would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just
got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, this turned out to be an exciting, very well-played game. Always feels great when you can take the lead in the 8th at home. Come out in the 9th, the crowd will be behind that pitcher as he tries to get those final 3 outs. Everybody goes home happy with a win like this.
And a final 8-7. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long. From historic Fenway Park in Boston, Massachusetts, we've got Father's Day baseball. It's the Toronto Blue Jays squaring off against their hated rivals, the Boston Red Sox. Biggest story in this one is just how dominant his pitching has been, Singy. He's been in complete control in recent starts.
So much confidence on the bump, Boog. Painting corners.
First pitch coming your way next. About to get started here. And on the mound now, Tanner Houck. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. Been a real struggle this year. They're at the very bottom of the league in on-base percentage, and of course, when that's the case, other offensive categories follow suit, Singy.
Yeah, Boog, at times they come out early just to run the bases so that these players won't forget in case they are able to break out and, get some hits and run around. But, yeah, in all seriousness, it's not a lot of fun when
dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw. He's in safely, and now there's a runner at first. So 2 down. Anthony Santander at the plate. Late with the swing there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And now the count is even. Guerrero, the runner at first with 2 gone. Cuts out it and misses. That's a strikeout. That's the first. Back here at Fenway Park. And starting in this one, Matt Waldron. Tell us about him in that sub-3 ERA, Singy.
Well, anytime you can keep your ERA under 3, you're doing a lot of things right, and you're putting your team in a position to win a lot of ball games as well. And he's doing tremendous out there on the mound. Every time he gets the ball, you expect him to go out there and dominate, and that's what he's been to this point. We'll see how he is today.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths and all of it.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side in the first. Second inning set to go. And here is Brent Rooker. This to third, Devers. And quickly one away in the second. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. Lifted in the air, right center field. Moving under this one. Makes the grab for the second out. 2 down, base is empty. Here's the left fielder, Spencer Steer. Misses the sweeper.
I'll tell you what, he's embarrassed right now. Never swings at that kind of pitch, especially that early in the count.
On the ground to third. Devers whips it across. That's out number 3. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's the veteran second baseman, Alex Bregman. Making 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. Now at the plate, Connor Wong. Swinging a foul out of play. Swing and a chopper out to short. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2. And now Blake Sable. Swing and a miss. Now he's in a 1-2 hole.
2 strikes.
0-0 here in the bottom of the second. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. And it bangs off the monster. Now he'll turn for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Everything came together for him. Nice job going the opposite way with it, letting the ball travel and not allowing the barrel to hook around the ball. It's so frustrating when you see a good pitch and your hands roll over. It was on the outside.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire. Back here in Boston, here's the third baseman, Addison Barger. It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run. Dalton Rushing will hit next. Pickoff move to first, and he's back safely. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
1 ball.
Barker gets his lead at first, nobody out. Laser could be trouble. Headed for the plate. The relay. Tag. Not in time. He's safe. And it's 1-0. So the lineup flips over at the plate. Andres Jimenez. Man at second. Tap back up the middle. Bregman gets it to first. And one away in the top of the third.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates.
That one the other way. Bregman to first. Now 2 away as they get a run across. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
1 ball.
2 out. Space is empty. Right side. Hard hit. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And we're back here at Fenway Park. And now the shortstop, Marcelo Meyer. This one popped up. Jimenez corrals it. And there's one away. And here's the rookie center fielder.
Got the pitch that he wanted. Just a little bit quick. Front shoulder open. Backside collapsed a little bit. And the launch angle not where he needed it to be.
And down on strikes he goes. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. So up next, Jarren Duran goes down looking. Red Sox go down 1. Start of the 4th, and now the big-time power threat, Anthony Santander. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Stepping in the long ball threat, Brent Rooker. That one ripped. And it's off the green monster. To second, but way too late. Safe there.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Recognized the break on that pitch early, and that allowed him to keep his front shoulder in. You know, it's easy to bail on those front.
Swing and a ground ball. Bregman to first. That's out number 1, and a run comes in to score.
Well, you're definitely looking to do more with that opportunity at the plate. 2 runners in scoring position, but at least he puts the ball in play. They bring across 1 run. Still one out there to pick up.
In the air, out towards left center. Duran makes the grab. Runner tags from third. It's a sac fly as he comes across to score, and it's 4-0.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job, and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner at third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Lucas Giolito appears to be getting loose. Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. And we're back. Bottom of the 4th, and here is Wilyer Abreu. That one is blasted left field towards the monster. And it hits off the monster. And that's a leadoff double.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Rafael Devers up to hit. Man at second. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. And now it's Alex Bregman. Called strike 3. The knuckleball buckled his knees. And here's the catcher, Connor Wong. High fly ball down the left field line. Steer on his way over. He's got it, and that'll do it. Patrick Sandoval gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Got him swinging.
Well, I think he was waiting on the changeup right there, and he got it. It just drifted too far in on him. I think that pitch is just a little more out over the plate. Probably squares it up, but instead, he's going to have to go take a seat. Well, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of changeups. Probably won't see another one here.
Out towards left center. Duran on the move to the gap and puts the squeeze on that one. And there's 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Willie Adames stands in. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
1 ball.
2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And here's the first baseman, Blake Sabol. Comebacker to the mound. On to first. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th. Here's Nick Pratto. To the right side, Jimenez. Home half of the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs. And the batter will be the shortstop, Marcelo Meyer.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Red Sox go 1-2. Top of the 6th inning. And now the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. The lefty ready, and a 1-1. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
That one lined into left field, and that's base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Oh, that's 2 strike hitting right there. He did well just to put the ball in play. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
The pitch. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And now the right fielder, Brent Rooker. On the ground left side, 6, 4, out, 3. It's a double play, and that'll do it. On the ground to third. Fires over to Guerrero. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. Back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Jarren Duran. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. And they'll do it again. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. 1 out. Bases empty. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Steer puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down. 2 down, bases empty. Now it's going to be Wilyer Abreu. And a swing and a line drive at a right field. Rooker makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Center fielder Dalton Marshall.
And a 1-1. And it's strike 2.
Going to really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Out to short. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Now the left fielder, Spencer Steer. Base is empty, 1 away here in the top half of inning number 7. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. The throw won't get there in time, and the defense comes away with nothing.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. That's one of those you classify.
There goes the runner. Pitch in for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. The 2-2. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. Coming home. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single. It's 5-0. Man at first. Here's the catcher, Dalton Rushing. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Doubled up on the slider away. 2-seamer here. Just watch and see.
Up the middle, and he knocks it down. The throw is still in time. He keeps his composure, and they get the out. Here's Andres Jimenez.
He had more time than he thought right there. Probably didn't have to barehand it, but he made it look nice, that's for sure.
Pinch hitter coming on, Cooper Bowman. Looking for a 2-out hit with a runner in scoring position. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. But the RBI single pushes across a run, and the lead is down. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th, Eric Swanson.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
That's ripped, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Yeah, nice job of getting that front foot down, and once it does, the hands just launch. Big hold on the left side of the infield, and I think that's exactly what he was gunning for. Well, this could be the start of something. They haven't found a way to score yet, but now's their chance to change that.
Swanson winds and deals. Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And down on strikes. And 1 out now. So digging in, Blake Sable. And a 2-1 hammered but foul.
After all of that, he hits it. Man, I was really enjoying the battle, and I didn't expect it to end like that.
Hit on the ground might be 2. To Adames, that's 1. Relay to Guerrero in time, inning-ending double play. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Trevor Richards.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And it remains 2-2. Here's the pitch to Adames. Lifted in the air, right field. Abreu brings it in. And there's 1 down. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
First baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Line to left, and foul ball. One down, base is empty. Line drive, base hit down the line.
That play looks routine defensively, but with all of the little nooks, it can get real tricky down in the corner. Kept it to a long single. Nice defensive play.
Swing and a miss. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
High fly ball, right field. Abreu sizing this one up. Makes the catch. And there are 2 down. Now it's the right fielder, Brent Rooker.
Right fielder, Brent Rooker.
And it is 2-1. Guerrero off of first with 2 away. That one fouled off. 2-2. Two outs. Smash to the left side. They get the force, and that is the inning. 1 left for Toronto, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Paul Sewald.
Big swing and miss stuff right here, Boog. Averaging more than 1 strikeout per inning this season. So far, he's been pretty electric.
And it gets by him. And he's into second with nobody out. And now the center fielder. And that one is downstairs. And it's 2-1. He swings and fouls one off. Next pitch is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. So stepping in for Boston, Jarren Duran. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. 1 out and a runner at second. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2. Now the number 2 hitter, Wilyer Abreu. Can't make contact with the sweeper.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hard hit, left field, base hit. Runner from third comes across, and it's an RBI single. It's 5-1.
Picks himself up an RBI. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Not what he wanted to do there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive and gives this offense a good chance to cut into their deficit.
2 on, 2 outs. On the ground to the left. Fires across the diamond, and they get Bregman for the out. Inning over, and it could have been worse. So it may be 2. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Russell McDonough.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
And it's fouled away. Swing and a slow roller. Bregman. Now 1 gone in the ninth. And the batter now, Spencer Steer. 1-1 now. Out to short, and it's through for a hit.
Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Next to hit, Addison Barger. Fights it off, he'll see another. Man at first, 1 away. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Some high cheese for strike 3. And now for the Jays, Dalton Rushing. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a foul ball. Hit in the air, left field, and makes the grab. And that is that. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth, Zach Jackson.
Well, he's been a bit of a wild card out there in terms of throwing strikes. He's definitely struggled with free passes this year.
Just misses with that one. Next pitch is outside. That one misses, so a leadoff walk. So a man at first. And stepping in for Boston, Blake Sable, Adames. They get one. Plenty of time at first. That's a double play.
Well, that's a huge ball in play to get the double play defensively. Just one more guy to get this save for the closer.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI.
Oh, that pitch got away from him, and that's a hit by pitch. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Here's the center fielder, Prado, the lead runner at second. Meyer on at first with 2 down.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game. 5-1 is how it